seem like we're close to endgame. A couple of weeks ago, I thought, oh, here it comes, here it comes. Maduro doesn't have long to go now. But he's still there, and the supplies are on the border. I don't know whether they've been distributed or not, but it ain't endgame yet, is it?
Well, as one Venezuelan remarked to me over the weekend, this is kind of like a hostage crisis. He's inside the house. He's holed up in there. We've cut off the electricity. We've cut off the water. We've cut off the financing. But I'll tell you, I think he's still there because the Cubans have told him, if you step down, we kill you. And so he has...
Really? What,
yes,
really?
I mean, the Cubans want him to hold on. Cuba wants to maintain that. And so he has to choose between... Wait a second,
that's a very serious thing. I mean, you're saying, hey, if he leaves, the Cubans will kill him? Really?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, they're basically saying, you have to hold on. The key here is not him. The key is obviously the military. We've talked about that a lot. And I think it is perplexing as to why the military hasn't changed sides yet. We know that the rank and file and most of the mid-level officers oppose him. But it's very hard for them to communicate, and you can't organize something without being able to communicate with, you know, the other people who you want to overthrow the president. So this is the main problem they're facing, and I think the key is this idea that the president had, which is to reroute all of the payments for Venezuelan oil to an escrow account for Juan Guaidó. That means that eventually the government will not be able to pay the military, and I think that will raise the odds of, you know, the good outcome that we want. The problem is you have ELN, which are drug trafficking terrorists from Colombia, living in Venezuela, and you have Hezbollah in Venezuela, and you have, you know, a lot of armed militia that belong to, you know, the Cubans. So this is, I think, what we should be worried about. Once the president, even if he decides to step down, you have this other problem, which is that you may very well have some kind of a informal war, not with the uniformed people, but with
wait a minute, you just said
thugs.
Hezbollah is in Venezuela.
Oh, sure. Oh, sure.
What are they doing there?
Well, Hugo Chavez was importing Iranians for many years. I mean, they had direct flights from Caracas to Tehran, and they weren't to go on vacation. They were bringing Iranians to Venezuela. They were giving them Venezuelan passports so that they could travel throughout South America, you know, because they had, you know, legal passports. And, you know, there's lots of ugly things that have been put in place by this regime just for this day. They were preparing for this all along.
Mary Anastasia O'Grady, that interview was a revelation. The Cubans will shoot him if he leaves. That's dramatic stuff, Mary.
It's a theory, but I'm pretty sure it's right.
Okay, well, thank you for airing it on this program. We appreciate that.